hardly. Here at River Community, oh, oh, oh. They say home is where the heart is, and it is. Except they never tell you what kind of condition you might find that heart in. You see, this heart had vivid voids and deep wounds ever since day one. Ever since the day his dad left him, his mom, and 2 sons. Yet he was told to just let bygones be bygones, and your pain will be gone. Okay, easy enough, right? No, easier said than done. The sheer force of divorce that really rocked him to his core, shaking his faith so much he didn't know what to believe anymore. So he went back to what he knew, what he was taught as a child, to use a loud voice and fist if anyone got wild. When the going got tough, the tough would get belts, to inflict bruises and marks that would turn into welts. He was told that family matters, but that was only from Steve Urkel. What he learned from his dad was that red and blue mixed together make purple. He would quickly become known as Yelly Dad, as his father was to him. Because of all the fighting and screaming, disintegration. A family on edge at the verge of collapse. The words that were said he could never take back. And as more demands came from his job and from bills, it only gave him more reason to turn to the pills. For temporary relief until the high had died down. Then it was right back to where he left off on this merry-go-round. A cycle of violence, a cycle of fear, that his dad's dad had first started simply to see it repeated over the last 100 years. But when on earth will this madness ever end? Will light ever shine in this dark room again? Because the stress keeps on mounting, would he be better off dead? It's what he's been thinking as the ship's about to crash. Iceberg right ahead. The train's heading for a cliff, this plane's about to smash. If something's gonna happen, then it better happen fast. Pressure's bubbling over, too much to handle, the devil, his kin, his wife and his daughter, temptation and sin. Knick-knack, paddywhack, someone throw him a bone. Somebody save him from this nerve-wracking, back-breaking knapsack alone. Or so he thought. It turns out he was broken until Christ broke in. Just as we all are. We may never feel that anything we say or do can never repair the damage done, but at least it's a start. Some minds are like concrete, thoroughly mixed up and permanently set. It's only when you go inside to coincide with love that these synaptic nerve endings can be reset. The ones passed down from generations of abuse, we fall victim to become set in our ways. But you better put your bottom dollar that the sun will come out tomorrow if you let him shine his rays. Oompa, loompa, doopity-doo. I've got another puzzle for you. Wonka, why don't you just give him a golden ticket so we could fix it? I guess he had to realize it wasn't up to him to save the world. Somebody already did. We have the effort, got the outcome. We can love him, he can change. And at the end of the day, we have the option to break cycles of pain. God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called, the chosen. He grades on the cross, not on the curve. That's what he's spoken. To each one of us, along with promising a safe landing, not always a calm passage. So place any worries you may have into your great Father's hands, massive. That's the message, to not take life so seriously. Shoot, eat some snickerdoodles with Polish poodles. And while you're building up your buttercup, not letting her down, make sure to nibble on some Pillsbury toaster strudel. Because we all know stress, spelled backwards, is desserts. But all jokes aside, never desert the one true man that you serve, whose structure for family is timeless and is now pounding on your heart, saying, let me in now, let me in now, pretty, 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 please let me in now. Purely pulsating, do it. Let him in. Even without a cherry on top. Let him remove the interference, because once that's gone, God can do the healing. You've done your best, now rest. And when you get to your wit's end, you'll find that God lives there. And that when you harbor hate, you become a slave to it. It's unfair. So release the resentment as he or she who angers you controls you. Yet the will of God never takes you to where the grace of God will not protect you. Therefore remain in that state of grace, and if you like, the state of Michigan. So you see, the task ahead of us is never as immense as the power with it. Fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love like you do. And knowing that should scare the heaven out of you. As seeds can produce flowers or weeds, the choice is up to you. So plant the right ones and watch the miracle grow. It's a play on words, I know, but the only way one should sow. Not trusting any more of the lies that mainstream told you about what a father should be or how to act once you say, I do. Because you met the real McCoy, the real deal beyond surreal. And when life got too hard to stand, you chose to kneel before the one great king all is made new through his salvation and wisdom. The best equation I've ever seen. One cross plus 3 nails equals forgiven.
Good morning, River. Another powerful way that we hear God's word. And I want to say thank you, Mr. Priest, for that message.